Grandmaster Pirelli said earlier, I'm a chiropractor. If you guys have never seen chiropractic, it's just like Hapkido. We just fix them instead of break them, okay? So I like to take some of our concepts that we do in Hapkido and explain why it works anatomically, meaning what part of your bodies is actually working, bones, muscles, joints, ligaments, that kind of thing, okay? What is actually happening versus, hey, just do this, okay? So Mr. Zeke is gonna hand out some stuff to you guys. A lot today, we've talked about using the key finger, is what we call it. I think Master C had a different name for it earlier, just to make your finger alive, okay? It's the same thing. You guys have heard us talk about whenever we grab something, we want to be able to point that finger, right? We've got to be able to hold with that finger. Now what that does is it changes your grip strength entirely, okay? So we're going to do some basic stuff just to explain this to you a little bit of what's happening, because it's important to know what's going on, right? So let's just do a basic wrist grab. Really hold on to me as tight as you can. What was your name? Yeah. Derek. Mr. Derek is pretty strong, okay? We've played a little bit already. He's pretty strong. If I try to pull my hand out of his grip, I can't do it. But what I can do, the thumb is quite weak, so I can go towards that thumb and break his grip. Hold on really tight. Tight as you can. Come on, be a man. Come on. Come on. Right? Now what I want Derek to do, straighten this finger. Now don't let me pull away. Significantly different, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
So, you can have a seat. So what I want you guys to see, on your paper, I literally had it printed for you so you could see what was happening, okay? This is your index finger, okay? Now, your index finger and the rest of your fingers all share muscles in the arm, all right? So, if you guys do this with your arm. This is called flexion. You flex your muscles, right? This is called flexion. Those muscles all connect right here. So whenever they shorten, they pull it up. Take your wrist and do this for me. This is called extension. So whenever these tighten, it pulls them this way. You follow me? So this is what? What is this called?
Flexion.
What is this?
Extension.
Extension. Good. Now, you have multiple muscles that it takes, and this is the beauty. Are you guys okay if I talk about God a little bit?
Yeah.
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
This is the beauty of God's creation. This. Think about that. Think about the ability to move one finger that you want. You can move this one. You can move this one. We have a beautiful creation in front of us. The ability to do this or this on purpose changes everything, right? Now, all of your fingers, or actually these 4 fingers, have 6 muscles that are dedicated to their movement. That's it. This one is different. This one has 7. I said that the muscles on this side were called the extensors, right? There is a muscle that comes down and connects onto the index finger that whenever you straighten it, that's called our extensor indices, meaning that it extends out the index finger. Whenever it straightens, it makes the grip stronger. So what I want you guys to do is hold out your hand, really, really straight, really, really strong. Now curl the bottom 3 fingers and the thumb together. Now I'm not doing this, I'm not making a fist. I'm doing that. The ability to control your hand changes everything, right? Everything. This is the reason that I couldn't pull you away. Because whenever you grabbed me like this. This makes your grab so much stronger. So much stronger. Now, if you're a nerd like I am, because I am, and I'm proud of it, I literally wrote down the muscles for you. I don't know if you guys keep notebooks, okay? I would suggest you do, and if you do, this is a great thing to go in it. You do? Good. So, I wrote out the muscles for you. I wrote out where the muscles were, okay? There's not going to be a test at the end, okay? You guys are good. It's fine. But I want you to hold on to this, because this is the explanation of what is happening. That down there just shows you your hand, how many muscles and ligaments are involved with this hand. Hapkido is essentially a very violent dance, right? I mean, that's what we do, Byron, man.
Sir.
That's really what we do here. Hapkido is a very violent dance. Now, I've been going on about this key finger idea. Can you explain to me, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit. Can you explain to me what key energy is?
My own definition is the energy within inside, sir.
Exactly. It's internal energy. Now, the way that we describe that in modern science, which by the way, the old science is not incorrect. We just use different terms. Traditional Hapkido uses Danjin breathing, right? That's Danjin breathing. That's combustion of internal energy. In the US, a lot of times, in other countries too, we'll use potential and kinetic energy. Have you heard of that before?
Yes, sir.
What is potential?
Like a spring. A compressed spring is the definition of potential energy.
Right. So it's the ability to move, but it hasn't moved yet.
Yes, sir.
So if I bent down getting ready to jump, but I haven't jumped yet, I have the potential to jump. Kinetic means what?
You jumped.
You jump. Movement. That's what it is. So potential, kinetic. Right? So whenever we're talking about movement and we're talking about key energy, it's the same thing. We're just using different terminology. So if, let's say Byron grabs my wrist, cross hand, do a cross hand. Let's say Byron grabs my wrist. If I came right here, I have potential energy, meaning I have the ability to go somewhere. Kinetic would mean that I move to something, right? That's all Hapkido is. It's a very, very violent dance using energy. The art of coordinated what?
Power.
Power, the ability to control that person's power and not have to use your own. So, earlier we talked about blocking, right? Let's say Byron punches at me. He's a big man. Go ahead. No, punch, come on. I'm not gonna stop his punch. What I'd rather do, go back. What I'd rather do is move him. Right? I'd rather go somewhere else with it. Come over here. Thank you. I'd rather do something else with it, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rep some techniques using the key finger. So I want you to understand how this works, okay? So let's see, the first one we're gonna do, right hand lapel grab. We'll work from this. Any good martial artist can take any technique and apply it in a different place, right? Now, I like riding motorcycles. I love it. A little bit dangerous, it's okay, right? But you guys know this motion? The throttle, yeah? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give him a little throttle. Now, I've gotta give him something to think about, right? He's a big man. I'm not just gonna be like,
Distract.
yeah, give him something to think about. Boom, something, right? I'm gonna go on the top of his arm. My right hand is grabbing the top of his hand. My left hand is grabbing his forearm. Now there's two bones in here. We have the radius and we have the ulna. The radius is what lets your arm radiate, right? So we're gonna use that to our advantage. But I'm gonna take his wrist the opposite way because I'm mean, right? I'm gonna turn his hand to my right towards the hand that's grabbing it. The other hand's going the opposite. Feel that already? He's not faking it. But look at my hands. What is this? Live hand, key finger, right? Don't attack me. I just ate a big meal. I'm stuffed. Come on, man. Right? So that's what I want you guys to work. So they're grabbing with the right hand. You're gonna weaken them. Notice I grabbed here. Hand comes over the top. Opposite motions, right? I'm grabbing this way and I'm pointing the same direction. You see that? Same exact way. We're here. Oh, he can already feel that. I can see it. I can feel him shaking. I'm grabbing his bones here on purpose. And honestly, guys, I really like Byron. I do. So I like to bow to him. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. May I have another, sir? And you can do a lot from here. You know, you can knee him in the face. You can take him down. Whatever you'd like to do, okay? But that's the technique I want you guys to work. So, you want to see it again? So he grabs. Step one is what?
Distract.
Distracting. Yeah. I'm holding his forearm on purpose. Right hand is going to the top of his hand, using that thumb web we talked about earlier. Okay? We're here, and I point back at him, and I show him a little respect. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. But it's all because I'm doing this. If I, don't give it to me. If I just grab regular, nothing. But if I just straighten that finger, big difference, right? Sir, just so they know I'm not cheating. Right? So if I do it wrong, a weakening, we come here. I can't get there. I'm too full for that. I want to weaken him. Yeah. Reach over. Now let's point back at him. Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. May I have another sir? Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. You guys got it?
Sir.
So we weaken. Boom. On top. Point back to him. Show him a little respect. Give him a little bow. Got it?
Sir.
1, 2, 3. Let's say that we do the cross hand again. Let's say I wanted this technique. Number 1. Right? We call that number 1. It's important that I can't just get there from a grab. He should be able to punch with his right hand, and I end up in that same technique. He can even punch with his other hand, and I end up in that same technique with the same arm, right? Everything is intentional. So we're going to get to that same technique that we just did, but not from a grab. Uh-oh. He's going to punch. Now, the way that we block, I'm not sure about you guys, we don't use hard blocks of any kind because he is always more strong than I am, right? So if he's punching with his right hand, I'm not going to go here. It's easier for me to redirect the train, punch, than for me to stop the train, right? Punch again. He didn't even touch me. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. It's easier for me to redirect the train, right? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to redirect the train. Soft, soft, soft. I'm not doing a hard block. We're here. Yeah.
Ooh, that's not the eye.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Coming down. Oh, look at that. It's like it's what we just did. Exact same thing. We just got there from a punch, sir.
Sir.
We just got there from a punch, right? So he punches with the right. We're in. Yeah. Now notice I didn't do this. Punch. It's not what I did, right? Everything has intention. We're here. Go ahead. Yeah. Met it. Steal his center, like I said a while ago, and then show him where to land. So I want you guys to try that. Same technique, same key finger, but from a punch. Got it?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3. We keep coming back. We're kind of crazy, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So let's let Mr. Zeke here feel some pain, so he's reminded of how much he loves it. Right? Now, this is again going to be off a punch. You still have to use that soft blocking, that circular blocking. Okay? So he punches with that right hand. We're going to do the same weakening technique. I want you to bring it down. Now, what I don't want you to do is go palm up. I want you to keep his palm down on purpose. Okay? So we're here. Boom. Palm is still down. Now, I end, thumbs are next to each other. You see that? Thumbs are next to each other. Oh, but what is this?
Left hand.
Huh. It's like we've been talking about that. It's so strange, right? Now, I like the whole idea of building a bridge and walking under it. Personally, I'm strong enough to just use one hand. You don't need to use both. If you have smaller hands, you can use two, okay? So, here's the two-handed version. We're here, build a bridge, and then I'm gonna take one step. I'm not gonna do the limbo, okay? We're here, I'm just gonna take one step, turn, and then look at him. Oh, look at that. You think he feels it?
Yes, sir.
What's this doing? Here,
Where to go?
let's
Pointing in which direction?
Here, let's go this way. Let's do show and tell. Everybody see it?
Yes, sir.
Everybody see that?
You okay, Susie? You sure? Okay, Susie?
I'm not pointing this way. I'm pointing back at him. I believe Grandmaster McMurray said that this morning, to point at him, right? So we're going to start from there. We're here. Boom. We walk under. We make a bridge. One step. How many steps? One step. We make a bridge. That's a big step too, right? It's not. I'm not turning in front of them. I'm not like, oh, give me a hug, right? Big step. Look at him. Now, you see his elbows up in the arm or up in the air?
Yes, sir.
Right? That's a good sign. This, not so much. This means he can punch me. That's not good. But this, you know how I'm getting there? That same motion. It's the same motion that we did. And no, you shouldn't do that. Don't beat me up after I've eaten food. No, sir. It's the same motion. There's two versions of this technique I'm going to have you guys do. Punch. We're here. This is the one arm, okay? We step under. I'm going to throw you, okay?
Yes.
If you're going to throw somebody from this position, you have to go in front of their legs. I can't throw him doing this, right? That'll take me behind his back. We got to have him here. I've got to go right in front of his legs. All right? So you upper ranks that are comfortable with your break falls, I want you to try that. I want you to try the throw. Please don't kill each other, okay? The other version that I'm going to have you other guys do, we're here, we step under, and now all you're going to do is step back. Come here, come here. Come here. I still have control of him. Somebody else, give him a break. Sir, please. Punches. Boom! If you're doing two hands, here, thumb to thumb. If not, same position, just one hand. Build a bridge. Step under the bridge. If you want to take him down. Now notice my position. I'm quite comfortable, aren't I? Does he look comfy? He's not. He's not. So I've got a stance intentionally. You should never not be in a stance. I shouldn't be like this. Is this a stance? No. Is this strong?
No, but it still
Is
hurts.
this strong?
Still
Does
hurts.
it- Okay. Harder? I've got to be in a good solid stance, right? A little L. Yeah. And then you can, put him on his belly if you want. That's fine too. Okay? He said he wanted me to throw him earlier, so I'll throw him once. We're here. Come underneath. He's really eager to go. Right into those ribs from this morning. Doesn't that tickle? And if it bites you.
And it's making his stomach can't wait.
Do it again. We're here. Yeah. Build a bridge. Walk under the bridge. I'm not doing this. This is not dancing. Violent dancing, I guess I said earlier. Build a bridge. Walk under it. Oh no, you're not getting out. No. We're here, right? Nice. Yeah. You guys understand?
Yes, sir.
You good? Questions?
No, sir.
One. Oh, yes, sir.
Was the first one or second one for the basics?
The second one was
Basic is the
basic.
takedown. I don't want you to throw, okay? You want to see the basic again?
Yes.
We're here. Boom. Build a bridge. Walk under the bridge. And now we do Michael Jackson. We walk backwards.
Watch
Come
out.
down. Why are you attacking me? Stop. If you're a good fighter, those two worlds should cross. Now, if you notice, whenever I'm stepping, everything is on purpose, right? Everything is on purpose. So let's say that I've got this position. I'm not chicken stepping, right? If I go to throw him, I'm not. Right? Everything is intentional. Are you okay to throw?
Yes, sir.
If I go to do that throw, then I have to do everything right. Every single step matters. Every step matters. And if you do every step correctly, I can throw in slow motion and he'll never get hurt. I can get to this point. And he never got hurt. I can also throw him fast and choose not to hurt him. So, what we're gonna work right now is intentional stepping. If you don't know how to use your feet, you can't walk, right? Do you guys realize that a walk is a controlled fall? Do you know that? So as you're walking, you're falling forward, but then this foot comes out to catch you. And you're falling forward and this foot comes out to catch you. It's a controlled fall. That's the reason that if we go to throw somebody, his body is moving forward, but his foot can't catch him. Right? That's why that works. It's a controlled fall. So, what we're about to do is learn how to control an opponent using your feet. Right? The first one we're going to work is 2 hands. Actually, relax for a second. Everybody stand up.
Sir.
Put your right foot back. We're not playing Simon Says, okay? Put your hands back. Back to your right leg. Now your hands are going to come up. Your right foot is going to step up. Your left foot steps, and your hands come back. We're going to go back the other way. Hands up. Left foot steps. Right comes back. It's this whole
Right.
infinity type motion.
Left.
Heaven and earth.
Right.
We're going to heaven.
Right.
Bringing it back down to
Left.
earth.
Left. Right.
So here's the way we're going to apply it.
So now watch.
Sir.
He was in the zone.
And actually, let's do it this way. My job is to try to move him without pulling. All right? So I'm going to do that same heaven and earth type motion. Arms come up. I step. Arms come down. Now this time, I want you to try to stay up. For real. We're coming up. Nice. So see, if I don't use my stepping, I can't get him there. Right? But if we're here, you can't. Now this is going to be a flow drill. All right? All right.
Sir.
What we're going to do is I'm going to bring you up and then bring you around. Here, up. My job is to make you spin. Okay, grab me. Don't switch, don't switch. You got me here. Bring me up.
Step.
Yes.
There you go, Byron.
That's it. Good man.
Good job, Byron.
So I'm here. Up. You guys feel that? This takes a minute to feel. This is not something you're used to doing. And I'm going to show you why you're doing it here in a minute. Right? But I want you to play with that. See if you can make each other move without forcing them. I'm not forcing him to come this way. I'm using my steps to get in there. And if you want to do that a couple of times before you switch, that's fine. Okay? You guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Now the step is the exact same step you've been doing. Imagine that. Before we were just here, then we just did it in 2 directions. That's all I'm doing. That same motion. Same exact thing. Okay, you got it?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3.
Drill.
Let's say Zeke is a big tough guy. And he comes up and he grabs my arms. You know, he's trying to pull me or something. We're trying to, he's trying to calm me down. Got a little angry. Don't tell me to calm down. Okay? Now, I've got to give him something to think about here, right? He's not just going to let me do something here. Nobody ever will. So I could, give him something to think about, right? A little shin kick. That feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. Feels awesome, right? I'm going to roll out. Oh, look at that position. I can control his arms now. I've just brought my arms up. This is called the key hand or a live hand. It's the same idea. Your grip is stronger this way. Your power is stronger with the hand straight and splayed out, right? Like a really intense high five. Yeah. We're here. Look at that. It's like it's on purpose. I step up. I step back. I'm confusing him. Now I have this motion. I have a push-pull. Right into a hip throw. Right? So the whole idea there, especially for Hapkido, is confusion. I want him confused. I want him confused on what in the world is happening in my body right now. Right? So we're here. Yeah. Rotate out. I'm up. Same beginning we just did, except now I'm going to pull him into me. My right hand lets go. I've got to block him off. Whether you're doing a judo type hip throw, feet together, or a horse stance, you still have to block off that hip. It's my hips doing it. Your hips are here. It's my hips doing it, right? I'm not lifting him over with my arms. Good man. So, we have a few minutes. I want you guys to work on the setup. Don't throw each other. Get yourselves to that setup, okay? Grab. Weekend. Here. Step. Twist. Set up for the hip throw. We good?
Yes, sir.
Go to it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Come up. Sir. And grab you by the wrists. This is a rare attack. This is a way of understanding the technique. I have been in fights and seen fights where they did grab, but it's never to grab both and stay here, right? He's trying to maintain control of me on some level. But what will happen, relax, is this big guy will come up and be like, hey man, what's your problem? What's your problem? That happens all the time, right? Especially big tough guys or guys that think they're big tough guys, right? What's your problem, man? So let's say he does that. Hey dude, I don't want nothing, I don't want. Oh, do it again. We're here. Man, leave me alone. Dude, I told you to leave me alone. I said leave me alone. Woo! See how violence can happen really quickly? Thanks, sir. So this stuff is the beginning, guys. Everything that these grandmasters showed you is the beginning, right? Not that this stuff isn't advanced, but Hapkido is amazing. It doesn't just stop at, these are our 5 techniques and that's the end of it. Right? It continually moves. I've got 2 minutes. I want to show you guys the game. Sir? Remember the key hand? We're going to discover whose key is stronger. I want you to point your finger. The game is to be able to touch the other person with your key finger. Right? Relax just for a second. Got to touch him. Got to touch him anywhere I want. That's the game. But he's also fighting. Get a good stance. You ready? Are you sure? Go. We slipped, but that's the idea. All right. So I want you guys. It's been a good, serious day. We've hit some serious stuff, right?
Sir.
I want you to play for a second. Feel whose energy is stronger and how can you make them give and receive. All right? You got it?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Who do I want to use? Pick me. So, I see you guys, you're trying to figure out joint play and joint movement, and you're trying to figure out, maybe I got to a spot, but I don't know what to do next, right? There's 2 things, and I've heard that you may or may not have a big event coming up. So there's 2 things here. One, if you don't know what to do, hit him some more. And then your brain's like, wait, there's a head there. And then you go, right? Another thing, your eyes will trick you. Sometimes you confuse yourself. You're like, oh my gosh, there's so many things. What do? I don't know. Sometimes taking away your eyes works better. We have a saying in our school, and you've heard Gene Pirelli say this, the fingers have eyes. You don't have to see. That's called unconscious proprioception. I know where my foot is in space without having to see it, right? So from here, I don't have to look at anything. I don't have to see anything, right? I can literally just feel the joint movement. I don't have to see any of it. I can literally look away from him the entire time.
You just have to be the finger.
Exactly. You just have to be the finger. Well said. Thank you, sir. Good job, guys. Today was fun. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.